Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. So we're going to jump right into the reading. So Spirit were giving me a vision of a sibling that was given like a toy or a gift, and the other siblings didn't get anything, and they're all around like a similar age. And these other two siblings who didn't get a gift, they were kind of like, well, where's our gift? Where's our toy? Why didn't we get anything? And I'm getting that someone's like having this conversation with God. You're like talking to God. You're like, God, where's my blessings? Where's my gifts? Like, seriously, I thought I was your favorite as well. Like, these people over here are getting blessed, and you're like, it's about time that my blessings are coming in. And for a lot of you, you can deep down feel that your blessings and your gifts and your spiritual inheritance is about to come through. You can feel it coming in. But this is when like frustration really comes to the surface, because I'm also getting this like energy of, if you want to like dig your like hands into something and tear it apart, it's like that energy is coming through, like a frustration, but it's also mixed with being ravenous, like you want to just like start like eating everything with your hands. That kind of energy is coming through, and Spirit want you to know that your blessings and your gifts are on the way. You are next. They're just saying you are next, you are next. They are on their way. So we'll get a few messages from Spirit for the collective. So the first card we have here is this one here. Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Yeah, a lot of you, you've got foresight. You know what's about to be coming into your life. So whatever goals that you've been working on, for a lot of you, this is going to be financial momentum. I'm hearing financial momentum. So a lot of you are going to have wealth that is coming in. You're about to get a pay rise. I just saw HMR revenue. So that's tax in the UK. So some of you could be having money coming back to you from tax. Others of you, you're about to change tax bracket, so this just means that you're going to be earning more money. And for a lot of you, it's a lot coming in at once. It's literally like you've walked through a new portal, and you see how it's all gold here. You literally have a sunrise and all these sparks of gold that are around this portal. So you have learnt now to quantum leap and to move yourself on up into a newer timeline. This could be like what you preach, because I'm seeing someone speaking like into a mic. This could be something that you preach or you talk about, and you've just gone up another level. And people are going to see your growth. They're going to see your level up right in front of their eyes. So a lot of people have been hearing you speak about all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, I don't really believe. I'm hearing woo woo. So people could have said, oh, you're into all of that spiritual woo woo, and you're like, it's not woo woo. Like, God is spirit. The supernatural is being human. It is very natural, and you're about to show all of these haters and prove a lot of people wrong. Not that you're doing it for this reason, but this is just going to be like a side effect of you moving on up. I heard hustle. So for a lot of you, it's like a side hustle that has now gone into this big grand thing, and it's grown beyond your wildest imagination. But I was hearing hustle. So it could have started off as a little hustle that you were doing on the side. Now you're realizing like, oh, this is my purpose. It's like someone who stumbled upon their purpose. What else, Spirit, do the collective need to hear right now? I'm also seeing an eye. So you have a lot of eyes on you at present. Obviously, when you're moving on up and you're going into a higher frequency, you will have a lot of eyes on you. And this will be a lot of admirers. But you will also have that envy, evil eye. But also, I'm seeing like it's a scene from Kendrick Lamar's music video, Not Like Us, and it's that scene where he's standing there. It's like dark. He's standing there dressed in all black, and then there's like an entity or an energy that like tries to come and get him, and it just like ricochets and bounces off his auric field. That's what's coming through. So you're protected by your auric field, but you're also protected by God. So you need to be declaring, God's got me, I've got me, and God's got me, I've got me, and God's got me. And it's like some of you can feel this coming in, and you kind of expected it would be here already. So you're kind of thrown like a little tantrum, or it's like half serious and half joking around. You're like, God, seriously, where's my blessings? It's about time they come in now. And we have the central sun here. So again, it's that confirmation. Yes, your blessings are on the way. You're about to walk into this portal of the sun, of Christ consciousness. And it says abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. You will know success. Again, this connected to finances, to gold. Maybe some of you are going to buy yourself gold. I'm also seeing a watch, and I'm hearing Rolex. Maybe some of you wanted to buy yourself a Rolex, but I'm seeing a gold watch. And I'm just staring at the gold that's on the incense there. Some of you could buy yourself a piece of jewelry that's inscripted, that has like a certain Chinese symbol within it. The next card that flew out is Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Literally, there's so many confirmations. You guys could be seeing orbs and like sparks of light at the side of your eye. Obviously, we just had the holiday season, the new year. A lot of people were celebrating the new year, so there was a lot of fireworks. But you guys could still be hearing like a lot of fireworks going off randomly, or maybe like this is the kind of orbs and lights that you're seeing at the corner of your eye. Or maybe not even the corner of your eye, it could just be like there in the forefront. You're having like visions of like fireworks, or just seeing orbs and light, sparks of light everywhere. This is that confirmation that you are in a portal currently. You're walking through this portal's doorway, and when you go into it and come out the other side, the sun is going to be there for you. And this Christ consciousness, the fact that you have truly activated your heart chakra, and you really truly integrated that truth that you hold a spark of the divine within you, that you are an expression of God. We have here karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. This is exactly what you were doing. Like, this is who you are becoming. You've moved on up into your best possible timeline. And you've removed a lot of crap. I'm hearing a lot of crap from your from the karma that your soul needed to clear, lessons that your soul needs to learn this lifetime. But you also took a lot on, not just in your bloodline, but within the collective. Like, you have a lot to teach. Your soul is very, very ascended. I'm getting like your soul, this isn't your first time. Your first rodeo, I'm hearing. This isn't your first time. This isn't your first rodeo. Like, your soul gets around. Your soul has been around. So this lifetime on earth, it could be your last lifetime, if not one of the last lifetimes. It's like that energy of wrapping things up. You've come here for unfinished business and wrapping things up. And when you are in one of your last lifetimes, it will be that lifetime where you'll tend to have a lot of lessons, maybe like all at one point. So maybe you had a lot of lessons in childhood. So you could have come from a harsh background and had a hard childhood where you had to grow up quickly. But this was just preparing you to get through all of those lessons quickly, so then you could get on with your mission and get on with your purpose and get to experience more fun, more joy, more pleasure in your adulthood. And this is what is happening for you now. You're moving into this energy now, which is where a lot of you may be getting frustrated. We have inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundation. So with this card here at the bottom of the deck, Spirit is asking you to ground, to really root and ground to yourself, to your roots, to your ancestors, to your origin. Some of you could have a certain tree or a plant that you have in your garden. I'm just seeing a plant pot on somebody's side. So you could have like plants within your home, maybe on your altar that you put there for a certain ancestor. It's like how you honor this ancestor. Maybe it was their favorite flower or their favorite plant, or it's just a plant that is known to connect you with ancestors, with spirit. But that's coming through for someone. And some of you could, I'm just seeing it like a piece of gold jewelry. You could have a piece of gold jewelry that you have made that has this ancestor's name on or initials on, as an ode, as an honor to them. Like, look, I've done it, and I've done it with your help. I know you were walking with me. Because you would have felt this ancestor with you, particularly at the hard points within your life, but they would also be there when you've had a breakthrough. They would have been there at all points of your life. And I'm hearing crossroads. Every time you were at a crossroads, you would have felt this ancestor around you. Some of you could have experienced a divine intervention where you know full well that this ancestor saved your life and kept you out of harm's way. You know, you hear stories of people saying like they had a near-death experience, or someone shot them, or someone attempted to like stab them, something like that, and then they saw their grandma. And it's like their grandma got in the way of the bullet, or their grandma got in the way of the knife, and then like the perpetrator's hand just froze, and they couldn't actually do the harm that they wanted to do. It's that kind of intervention that is coming through. Like, this ancestor has saved your life again and again and again. What else, Spirit? Do the collective need to hear right now? You guys could be watching a lot of those like stories, like people's stories, like near-death experiences. Or divine intervention stories where people know that God or their guardian angels or an ancestor saved their life and warned them, like through a prophetic dream, if something was about to happen. What else, Spirit? So we have here birth. Exactly that. You're about to be reborn into a whole new version of yourself. You're not going to recognize yourself. It says universal energies brings you opportunity and possibility. And it's number 4. So number 4 is that number of angels and protection. So you are heavily protected right now. And again, we've got all these sparkles and we've got all this gold. So gold is very, very significant. I feel like your aura right now is going to have a lot of yellow and a lot of gold within it. So your creativity as well will be like skyrocketing. I can't even speak, like through the roof. What else, Spirit? Some of you could be like staring at your hands in awe. You know, like babies when they realize they've got hands and they've got feet, and they just stare at them. They stare at them really intently. Like a lot of you could be like staring at yourself as well in the mirror. Like who am I? Who is this? Because you're literally being reborn, because you're connecting more to your higher self. You're moving on up into your higher frequency, your highest timeline. And a lot of you have been on this pathway, I'm getting, for a good decade. Some of you, well over a decade, you've been on this path. And it's like, it's finally here, it's finally here, which is where this frustration is coming in. It's like this last layer of frustration. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, for this deck? From this deck, rather. What do the collective need to hear right now? One more card, please. Some of you as well, you could have, like, had your palms read. And maybe the reader who read your palms was speaking about this timeline that you would be on now, is speaking about this time now. You could be remembering that reading you had when you had your palms read. It could have been quite a while ago. It could have been 4 years ago. We have transformation here. And it says, reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life and become the person you want to be. And I love how it's a chain and then it's broken and then obviously it transforms into birds. But this is what you've done. You've broken those chains that had you and your ancestors, your bloodline, in shackles. I'm hearing that song, Shackles by Mary Mary. So some of you guys could have been just listening to that, or that song has messages within it for you. But again, we've got all this gold. We've got this sun energy. So the sun is really about to pour and shine into your life. You are not going to recognize you. Other people around you are not going to recognize you. You're going to really move into that transformation that you've been speaking of. You've been affirming, that you've been declaring, that you've been claiming. It is literally about to be here, if it's not here already. Move on to this deck. What do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? I'm seeing an elephant's trunk in that incense and the way that it's burning. So elephants could be a significant sign for you guys on your journey. Obviously, elephants are very, very ancient and very, very connected to Mother Earth. And they grieve very deeply, which means they love very deeply. So this could be like a spirit animal or a power animal of you guys. They're also very, very grounded. They're very intelligent elephants. We have here dice, chance. And this is what you've done. You've taken those risks that other people were too scared to take. Maybe your ancestors and people in your family were too scared to take, and maybe they projected onto you or were like, oh, you can't do that. Why are you going to do that for? That's not going to work out. That's what I'm hearing, those sort of things like that. And you ignored all that. You rolled the dice and you played the game and you're about to win. Double sixes. I'm hearing double sixes. You're about to get double sixes. But you guys could be seeing dice everywhere, and keys are a sign to look out for. But a lot of you will be in the right place at the right time. That's the kind of energy I keep picking up recently. Being in the right place at the right time. And you're going to meet a significant person, or an opportunity is going to come in for you. It could be from this person. I'm hearing networking. So if you get invited to an event, like a networking event, Spirit are saying to go. What else, Spirit? Mirrors also significant. And they were saying before, like, you're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to recognize yourself anymore. You're going to start seeing yourself from your soul, from how God sees you, from how Spirit and your ancestors see you. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more sign from this? Okay, they've given us 2. We have crown, personal power. So you are being crowned by Mother Earth and by God. And again, look, it's gold. Gold is so significant. Maybe you guys as well, the ancestor that came through earlier, and it is feeling like a grandparent or a great-grandparent. You could have their photo, or you're going to put their photo in like a real gold frame once this increase in wealth comes in for you. Like, as you want to treat yourself, but you want to treat your ancestors first and foremost. I'm thinking you want to give them something shiny and something new on their altar or by their grave. That's coming through for someone. I'm seeing someone like visiting someone's grave and you're giving them like fancy flowers. Obviously, you're not going to leave real gold by a grave, by a burial site, because someone can come along and steal it. But those of you that have altars within your home, you will leave this on your altar or within your home. If you have like their ashes on your mantelpiece, you may like upgrade and get them like a ash container that's made of gold. That's coming through for someone, but you were most definitely being crowned, which means you are moving on up to a higher timeline and you're really close to your higher self. So obviously it won't be you won't get to the point where you were like one and you are your higher self, because obviously then you're going to transition because you reach that state of enlightenment, right? And if you're here on the earthly realm, you're still human, so there's still things for us to learn and growth and evolution that we can still make. But you are moving on up to a higher timeline. And we have here crystals, achievement. So a lot of you guys could work with crystals, but again, this card is just, I'm just seeing this as like an arrow, like, you know, like a bow and arrow, and you've hit your target, and it does say achievement on the card. So you guys have reached a certain goal, or you're about to, so do not give up, keep going, because you're about to reach your goal. You're about to achieve what you've been really pouring your blood, sweat and tears in. You're about to achieve it. I'm hearing the haters are going to be mad. The haters are going to be mad. Again, you're not doing it for that reason, but I mean, that's a bonus, isn't it? People have been preying on your downfall, wanting to see you fail, and instead they're going to see you being crowned by God. Well, that's a bonus. And it's also a lesson on their part to essentially grow up. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few cards from this deck here, please? We have threefold protection. So that is that confirmation that you are protected. A lot of you could be very protected by the water element, by water spirits. It could be Goddess Yamaya. So she is like that mother energy, the mother archetype, but also very, very connected to the sea. A lot of you could be having dreams of mermaids, of mermen and mermaid, Spirit is saying. But you may feel very, very connected right now to the water element and to the womb, if you're a woman, to your womb. But if you're a man, you'll be feeling connected to the womb and to the core of Mother Earth. So you're very, very anchored and you're very, very rooted in your divine feminine and your divine masculine. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing filtered water. Some of you guys could filter your water and drink filtered water. Or maybe Spirit are asking you to do that. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, from this deck? What does the collective need to hear right now? We have the richness within, exactly. So you are seeing yourself as beautiful. You are seeing all this light and this grace that is within you because you're seeing your soul. But you're also seeing your human self. And it's like you're giving yourself your flowers. You're not just like waiting on God and Spirit to give you all your flowers. You're giving yourself your flowers. And you see how she's covered in these flowers here, and in this this gown is given like a royal regal vibe, and she's surrounded here. It's like young foxes, but it's given like spirit babies. So a lot of you could have a lot of spirit babies around you, and maybe you've always dreamt of having like your own big family. Like you want your house to be that open door, and you want to hear like a lot of children's feet running around. You want to hear a lot of laughter. So a lot of you could have that dream of having that big family, and you will reach that dream. Maybe that's what's coming in for a lot of you guys. Or you're going to realize you can have this dream when your finances go up. Because obviously with raising children, you don't need as much money as you would expect. But you want to be giving your kids things that you never had when you were a child. You want your children, you want your family to have the best. And you want to feel very stable so you can give more of your time and your attention to any children that you do choose to have. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, from this deck? What does the collective need to hear? That's too many. One more card, please, from this deck. Thank you. And we have here the Garden of the Night. So you guys are you're very content right now, particularly with your spiritual path. And you're very, very connected to your crown chakra. And again, obviously to your higher self. They keep bringing through the higher self. So you bridge that gap between your human self and your higher self. But a lot of you have been through a lot, particularly when it comes to losing loved ones. I feel like a lot of you have gone through a lot of grief. And some of you could have fortunately been there when one of your loved ones passed away. So I'm getting that you've seen they're saying one too many dead bodies. But I feel like when you saw this is when it really sunk in that we really aren't our vessel. I can't even speak. So again, it's like that feeling of choked up. So some of you could have found a passed over loved one's body, or you were there when they passed. Or maybe you went to visit them after they passed away. You went to visit with them when they were in the casket, or the funeral could have had an open coffin. But there's something about you seeing the dead body, seeing the vessel, and this is when you realize that, wow, we really aren't our vessel. We really are a soul having a human experience, and we don't die. We transition, we move over, and we go back home to spirit. So this is why you had to find your passed over loved one. This is why you felt compelled to visit their body after they had passed, because it helped you have this realization. What else, Spirit? Can I finish off this reading? Can I get a poem, please? A few poems. What does the collective need to hear right now? Thank you. So this poem says, once upon a time read the magical book. I invite you to flick through my pages. Go on, have a look. The little girl beamed as the story evolved. She couldn't have seen what was yet to be told. You will unlock your magic, the Akashic record spoke. This lifetime is most significant, a wrapping up of karmic debt. Learn to keep your soul secrets. Not everything sacred is to be shared. Never forget. So this is Spirit asking you to keep things to yourself. When this blessing, this opportunity, or this person first comes in, and I'm hearing windfall as well, so it could be a windfall of money for some of you. You need to keep it hush hush. You need to keep it to yourself. They'll let you know through your intuition when it's the right time to share or declare that this has happened for you. Because again, you have a lot of eyes on you. And yes, you'll have a lot of loving eyes on you, people who are rooting for you to win. But unfortunately, when you have a lot of light, it means that you are a trigger and a catalyst for a lot of people who are choosing to remain stuck and are choosing to project onto you. And Spirit don't want these people's envious or monitoring spirit eyes to get on you or on this blessing, even though it can't be stopped. You still want to be protecting yourself and your blessings and your destiny. What else, Spirit? Jesus. Okay, so this one says, I feel like this poem, it keeps flying out in a lot of readings, but it says, a gentle touch, a whisper in your ear, angels will let you know when they are near. A bird flying by, a cloud shape in the sky, angels will always drop in just to say hi. A repeating number, a stranger's helping hand, angels will not let you bury your head in the sand. A string of coincidences, a calling to be somewhere, angels will guide you along your path. Then at last you'll be at the right place at the right time, as if by chance. Yeah, so this message keeps coming through, that you're going to be in the right place at the right time. So remember to really listen to your intuition. Listen to those whispers that are telling you to go. So even if it's just going for a walk, like going down to a supermarket quickly to grab some milk, some bread, whatever. Even if it's just simple things like that, follow that intuition. Because you could be thinking, like, oh, I'll just go tomorrow. If your intuition is telling you just go now, go somewhere, listen to it. But if you're being invited out on a date or to go to an event, or if there is an opportunity of travel, go. Spirit is saying go. Grab life by the balls, go. Let's get one more poem, please, Spirit, to finish off the reading. What do the collective need to hear right now? Thank you. So this one says, weed and wine are our vices, still connected to God despite this. Negativity isn't welcome here. Demonic activity doesn't bother coming near. When you stand up and face your fears, cleanliness is next to godliness that can't be made any more clear. Dancing with the devil will leave one awfully dishevelled. Rise up and face the sun. Pray with an inner devotion. Live by the heart of a lion. Today the moon is in Leo. If you take a look through the keyhole, you'll see glory, worship and praise. There'll always be brighter days when you walk through struggle with grace. And it's exactly what you have done. Walked through struggle with grace. God sees this, your ancestors see this, you see this. Like I said, you're giving yourself your flowers, but Spirit are about to give you your flowers and then some. You're being crowned and you're being given gold, and you're going to be buying yourself gold. Again, that keeps coming through. You're going to be buying yourself gold, but also it's either going to be like inscripted with something an ancestor always said, their name and initial, or you're going to buy them something. Again, the frame is coming through again, and like where you would keep the ashes and urn, that's coming through. But you're going to be buying some gold. saying yes, yes, I can finally afford it, I can finally afford it. So maybe some of you want like your own gold jewelry, or you just always wanted to have gold since you were little. This is my vision board here. I don't normally record this way. I normally show myself on camera as well, but I didn't want to today, so I haven't done my proper setup. But this is my vision board that's in the background. I was just staring up at this is me as a kid. So you guys, it's something that you dreamt of when you were a child, or you always wanted to have, and maybe you didn't have a lot, because I'm hearing food stamps. So maybe you were raised in a consciousness of lack, so you would have had to have food stamps to help you. You could have also been raised in like a council flat, something like that. Like maybe your parents didn't own their own house and they may still not own their own house. So again, you could be like that first person in your family who's going to own your own house, or the first person who's going to be a millionaire or get close to being a millionaire, but you're going to have enough and then some. You're going to be able to afford luxuries, and you're going to be able to treat yourself and be generous with those that you feel called to be generous with. But you are definitely moving on up to a higher frequency. So don't give up, keep pushing, because it's literally like you can taste it, which is where the frustration will come in, but you're almost right there. But that's all the messages that is coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there, and I will see you in another video.